I'm Janice. I feel led to. I thought I was going to do a tarot, but I sat and meditated a little bit and centered myself and getting ready. And I heard, no, just get on and we want to speak through you and just start speaking. You know, so I can think of one thing off the bat. I want, for those that live in Bloomington, Illinois, I wanted to recommend my favorite restaurant, Fusion Crunch, downtown Bloomington, Main Street, close to Smoker's Den. It's the energy, their energy is good, and their food is good, and I don't know. I'm there at least once a week. I love the place. It pulls me back again and again. So, anyway, you know, I try to support others. You know, I really do. And I was, you know, I was telling them, the couple that owns it, and I was like, you know, I want you all to succeed. It's great. You know, you know. So anyway, it's important to support others. You know, even if it's just a kind word, it's like, hey, I want you to succeed. I hope you succeed. We can all win. We can all win. I mean, of course, I'm not competing against a restaurant or anything. I'm just saying, in general, we can all win. We can all win. You know? There's really no need for competition in tarot and stuff, or the spiritual circles, or truth circles, or I don't know, whatever, you know, circles you're in. I just find that, I don't know. I'm here because I know I have a mission, and part of that mission is to do tarot for the public, you know, to help raise the vibration collectively, to help heal, to help restore, to help others break free. Because I have and share my experience, because I have been through a lot, and I've learned a lot, and I've overcome a lot, and I've healed a lot. Of course, I will keep healing, but I've had a significant amount of healing. And, you know, I'm going through another transition. I'm going through another. I have awakened and awakened and awakened and awakened. You know? And, oh, okay. All right, Spirit. You know, after I had my born-again experience, in, you know, a Christian thing, you know, born-again experience, 1980, some months after my husband killed himself, and I had 2 little babies, and I was scared. I was 20 years old, trying to understand what the hell happened in the first place. And I got some I had some interesting experiences, and some of those were good, and they have stayed with me, and a lot of that wasn't good has fallen away, you know. But okay, what was that? 1995, I was going to a church that was pretty cultish, you know, and, you know, when a pastor believes that you can, there's just so much. Anyway, a friend of mine, she had cancer, lymph nodes, I believe, and I got a prophetic word, and I wrote it out, and I sent it to her. And she did heal, because towards the end of the reading, I remember I wrote, you're going to live, not die. You're going to live, not die. And probably, I think a psalm was in there somewhere, some quote from the Bible from Psalms. But she was healed. And, that was divine. I'm not taking credit for anything other than God used me back then. And she was, every time I run into her, she's like, you're a prophetess, you're a prophetess, you're a prophetess. What you said, and I was like, hold on, Hoss, whoa, Hoss, But I have come to find out that I am an oracle, I am a messenger, I'm a vessel that God uses because I'm a child of God, and we all have gifts and abilities because God wants to use us to help others. That's how it works. That's how it works, Some of us are more, what's the word? Like I'm doing this public thing, more, like some of us are the hand and the finger or the feet or the toes or somewhere where it's noticeable, but there's a lot of the inside, the organs and the blood and all that are not seen. Everyone has a part to play. Everyone has a part to play. And I was writing and I posted it on my page about where are the heroes? Where are the heroes? And I felt led to write about that and post that. And I'm like, and I'm questioning, I'm like, Spirit, why did I do that? It's like, because somebody's going to see that needs to be, because it was just a short little thing, but it was like, please come out of hiding. Everyone is needed. I don't think I said it just like that, but everyone is in need. So whatever abilities you got, your superpowers, your calling, whatever that is, please don't ignore that. Please don't avoid it, ignore it. Yeah, I mean, I can understand. What are people going to think? Well, you have to let go of that, and that is a process, and a lot of other things. When I was having a lot of conversations with Jesus last fall, and he was telling me, counting the cost. He was telling me about counting the cost, because if you're going to follow the way, and he was one among many. I mean, yes, I know, that have shown the way of enlightenment. Jesus was, to me, he's my brother and my friend. But I'm just as divine as he is, and so are you. But he was talking to me about, you got to count the cost. You got to understand, if you really fully surrender and you're going to answer that call and you're going to do it, you surrender and say, I will. I answer your call, and I will. I will. Well, you have to let go of what people think of you and be willing to be laughed at, mocked, betrayed, stabbed in the back, the whole line, persecuted, and, he was crucified. I'm not saying we're all going to be crucified, but some kind persecution is, like okay, never mind. It can be, it's variable. And would you be willing to lose your life because of the call? I consciously said yes to all of it. I'm not looking to be a martyr by any means. But at the same time, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. And I'm so profoundly protected at this point that I know, even if somebody wants me dead, and I know there's at least one that does, all the attacks that I hear from that have been coming at me for months, I'm at the point now, he's so blocked, he's so out of bounds, I'm so highly protected. It's like I got an electric barbed wire fence all around my energy, and that person, that energy cannot penetrate me in any way, and any attacks he sends my way just bounce right back, boomerang back. So he's hurting himself. That's his choice. I'm just following my calling. That's it. I have no ill will towards any person ever. And it's really a shame about that particular person that I was referring to. It's a real shame. I don't know if the dude's lost his soul. I don't know if he has a soul. I don't know anymore about some of these evil things that happen out there in the world, because we know it's there. And it's becoming more and more evident, but at the same time, there's people like me answering the call. I'm a light worker, earth angel, indigo child, whatever you want to call it, star seed, blah, 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 blah. I could be a chosen one, if that's I think somebody mentioned that it's more of a frequency, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And there could be some special people, like special forces, like in the military. There's special, they have special high skills that, but that doesn't mean God doesn't love everybody and that, all that. I don't focus on the chosen one thing, because it can, but I tend to think it's probably more of a frequency, because the more I elevate in the upgrades and the downloads, and I've worked on myself a lot and healed a lot, done a lot of shadow work, the frequency goes up, and I'm hearing more, the clairs, the psychic things I'm hearing, and I'm hearing more from loved ones across the bridge, and people that I never knew, never knew when they were alive, stuff like that. But anyway, I am among many that are here to help heal souls, to help people break free. I am among many. And I know only a few. Actually. Well, more than a few, but I'm not very close. I have a few close people in my life, and that's, you know, what I have lost as far as friendships and things that I knew I had to walk away from because it wasn't good for me anymore, because God wanted me to really hone in on my spirituality. And, there is a price to pay, and there is a sacrifice, in the fact of I don't do the same things I used to do. But I'm better off, I'm better off. But only what I'm losing, I'm only losing what was not for me, and I'm gaining what's meant for me. What's meant for me. And abundance is for me. True love is for me. Speaking my truth. Speak to me, Spirit. This is a call. This is a call. If you're still watching this, God is calling you to look within. If you already have a good relationship with God and you're avoiding whatever God was wanting you to do, this is a call for you to make a decision. And I hope you make the right decision, but it's your call, it's your life. We all make choices, and I want to make good choices today, because cause and effect, I'm tired of reaping karma for all my fuck-ups, and just, most of it's just fuck-ups. I really didn't intend to hurt anybody, when it comes down to it, but I'm not I paid that karma. I paid that. That's over. I'm receiving now dharma, good karma. I'm receiving good karma. And I want to continue to grow and grow and grow and evolve, because I want to fulfill the mission that I came here to do, that God's called me to do. And I only know just a little bit. I only see a few steps ahead. But I got a pretty good idea, a general idea. Because I know I'm going to be with a partner. I know part of my mission is with a partner, to create something together, despite and along with me and my partner's individual creativity workings, or whatever that may be. We could be into different things or whatever, and I know that I'm going to collaborate with others eventually in some kind of group project. But that's all I know. And I know a few other things, but those are personal things. But I've never known love like I know today. I've never known divine love. When I wake up in the morning and I feel so loved, I feel so loved and so glad to be alive. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I'm so grateful for all the healing, for all the understanding, the insights and the wisdom. I'm so grateful for life. I'm so grateful for life. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. I'm speaking to somebody right now. It's gonna be alright. You're gonna be okay. I love you. Alright. Have a good night. Wherever you are.